If you like.
I'm short.
Live now.
Hi.
It's saying hi.
Dada, is it okay if I make you a SpongeBob poster that I color so you can put it over there on the wall?
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to put it by your desk.
Okay. Love you. Oh, we are back. We're live. Hey. Welcome everybody to Bot10 Art. My name is Lazaro Gomez and you are tuned in to the Friday night live stream. Trying to fix this a little bit. So, welcome to the Friday night live stream. I have been missing for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I haven't been online. I haven't done any kind of live streaming or anything like that. Like literally, my online presence has has diminished, and I am happy to say that I am back now. I'm back in the studio, and I can kind of talk a little bit about what has been going on. But basically, I was offline for about 2 weeks, and there's a good reason for it. Just kind of setting things up here. Filling up my e-juice. Oh, it is so good to be back. So good to be back. Oh, yeah, hang on. Let's see. Let's get things sorted out here. Sorry, I'm kind of going into it a little unprepared. I just got back from dinner with the family and like literally just walked in and set everything up. Set everything up for the live stream, but yeah, we're gonna get right into what's been going on with me. Trying to set that light up real quick. Trying to talk a little bit about what's going on and and what's been happening. So let's see here. Let me. Oops. Usually I have all this set up already, but I do not right now. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so I gotta go here. Okay, here we go. All right, here we have it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm setting up the chat real quick. So if anybody wants to chime in, I can kind of read your comments and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been gone for 2 weeks. And I say gone because I've been around. I've been here in my house and, stuff like that. But I have been gone from my online presence and stuff like that because I was actually selected to be part of a jury. So while I was on vacation, I took a week off, and while I was on vacation, I actually got a notification in the mail that said I needed to report to jury duty. And when I went to jury duty, they selected a big panel of like 70 jurors, and I happened to be one of them. So stayed at the local courthouse for 3 days, and they finally weaned all those people down and selected 8 people that became the jury for this particular civil case that was going on in the courthouse. And I was one of those jurors. Of course, one of the rules or guidelines, or not guidelines, but like more like rule from the judge is to not research anything online, not research the law, and just kind of stay off of looking up things in the sake of being part of the trial. So I took that instruction a step further, and what I did is I just avoided everything altogether. So I didn't post anywhere online. Of course, I haven't been at my regular job for 2 weeks. Um, all the commissions and everything that I had going on here came to a halt just because of the time constraints that I had. So I had to report I had to report to the court at a certain time. We would go for a long time, and basically, I just had enough time to kind of come home, shower, eat, rest as much as I could, and then go back to the courthouse. Um, so yeah, this went on for 2 weeks, and we were finally released today. We were finally released today, and I want to talk a little bit about that. Of course, I'm not going to go into the details of the case. I don't think it's fair or necessary for me to go into the details of what the case was about here on YouTube. Just know that I served my civic duty, and I was happy with that. A lot of people, if I start back at the beginning, uh, there was a lot of people trying to get out of jury duty, and it was really interesting because I don't know. I never. Yeah, it's inconvenient. Yes, it doesn't. You don't get summoned to jury duty when you think it's appropriate or when it's a good time to go to jury duty. But um, I didn't see it as a bad experience. I didn't see it as something you know that I had to get out of. So where people see obstacles, I see opportunity. So for me, it was cool. I used to work at a company that um, basically created animations like 3D animations and created graphics, 2D graphics to be presented in court and mediation and things like that. So I'm no stranger to this kind of environment or this kind of system. And so the whole process of being part of a jury or being selected for jury duty, it's not a big deal for me. And it was really interesting because, like I said, there was there was so many people that were coming up with all kinds of excuses and why they couldn't do it and why they couldn't serve and this and that, whatever. And I just sat there. I sat there. I answered the questions that they had for me, and I was selected to be part of this civil case, like I said, and it went on for 2 weeks, and it was really interesting. It was really interesting, um, just the way the case was presented to us, and the nature of the case was really interesting and unique to experience. It was really cool to experience, and in that process, of course, the other jurors that I met were really interesting people, and I kind of felt as if when it was all said and done, I kind of felt like I gained some new friends rather than just like serve on a jury with total strangers that I don't know. Um, but yeah, it was it was really cool. So I was the artist guy. I was the artist guy, and there was some people in the medical field. There was other people that are into videography and photography. Um, there was a person that was into sports, so they were coaching. They were coaching kids, or he was coaching kids to play basketball and things like that. So we got to talk about sports. Um, we got to talk about the medical field. We got to talk about artwork. We got to talk about videos and photography. And there was also a person who loves to cook. He is a chef, and so he loves to cook, and he was telling us all about it and his ideas of what he wants to do in the future when it comes to food. So interesting enough, we kind of bonded all together, and we got to experience different things together, and we made our way through this case, and yeah, so that's where I've been. That's where I've been. I could have posted online. I could have um, kept in touch with everybody, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to kind of give all the parties involved a bit of respect by not being online at all. And so I contacted all my clients and kind of said, hey, I need some time because this is happening. I'm at jury duty, and I'll get back to your projects as soon as I get back to my regular life. And so, like I said, it was pretty interesting. Um, it took a bit of a toll on me, both physically and mentally. There was a lot of information to disseminate. There was, just tons of things that we had to think about. So on a mental level, it was, I would come home and I was just so tired, and it's like, all right. But at the same time, I was engaged. I was engaged in the information that was being provided to me, and it was up to us to decide. To decide the future of these people involved in the case. And with that said, it was also physically draining to a certain extent, because when you're in that situation, there's not much around the courthouse that, as far as food goes, that's gonna be healthy for you. so, um, so I kind of broke my fast food rule. I don't normally eat fast food. I don't eat fried food. I don't drink soda or any of that sort of stuff. Uh, Earlier I cracked open LaCroix. It's basically like bubbly water, but um, that's about as close as I get to a soda. And I got to tell you, it's like we were eating, pizza and French fries and all, just whatever was available to us in the time limit that we had, um, as jurors, and we did our best. I mean, you could take food, but the problem was that it was a bit of a hassle getting through security with a bunch of stuff. So not not because of them. Of course, they're doing their job, but just in general, you don't want to go through a security checkpoint and carry a bunch of stuff with you, and it's like, oh, I gotta take all this stuff out. Oh, my belt, and you don't want to do any of that. So little snacks that helped. So we would take in little snacks and coffee. And we had some provisions at the courthouse, but other than that, you had to kind of go to McDonald's or Zaxby's or whatever was around, um, that can basically provide you some nourishment really, really fast. So 2 weeks of that, of course, destroyed my body. I feel horrible right now, and I'm gonna start my detox and getting back to where it was, uh, that I was at before the case actually started. So yeah, a lot of water, some tea, uh, soups, light lunches, possibly light snacks until until I can get acclimated back to the way it was before the trial. And then, of course, everything kind of changes because I'm a bit of a ritualistic person. I kind of do the same thing all the time. I get up at 5:30 in the morning. You know, I shower at a certain time. I eat breakfast at a certain time. I eat lunch at a certain time. I eat dinner at a certain time, and it's like shower, bed. Like that's the day. So I tend to do things ritualistic, and so of course for me, for my artwork and for what I do, everything has to have a certain order, or everything has to fit within certain parameters. So, for instance, if I'm going to paint something, it's going to take an hour to paint. Well, it's going to take like a couple of minutes to get everything set up, get my paints, my brushes, my easel, everything. Paint for about an hour and a half, maybe. And somehow, some way, in my mind, I have to put it all away. I can't just let it sit there, right? So I have to put it all away based on how the studio is set up. Of course, this is a hallway in my master bedroom. Um, Everything is here, and it wasn't working out. So literally, I was coming home from court, and I had some eBay orders and stuff like that. So I would prep those real quick. The following morning, I would get up. I'd take those to the post office. I would send those out. Head to the courthouse, come back, and I got some more orders. So those things, over and over and over again. But I couldn't like sit down. I couldn't sit down and start working on a commission because I tend to kind of get immersed in what I'm doing. Um, so yeah, like custom pops. I have custom pops that I have to make, and I haven't gotten to them because of this trial. And so they very patiently sit here in their boxes. I have some up here on my shelf. I have some over here next to Saturday, my 3D printer, and I just I can't get into the mode of like opening this up, getting the pop, looking at the pop, seeing how I'm gonna do it, looking at my reference, getting all this stuff. It takes time. All right, so that's basically in my mind. It takes time. Can someone bang this out with no problem? Yeah, I don't um, I don't see why someone could not do that, but that's not the way I work. So I work project A, project B, project C, and kind of I may have multiple projects all coming on at the same time, but I'm really working at one at a time. And so I had to put all of this on hold. I had to put it all on hold. And then of course being online, posting on Instagram and things like that. Um, I just had to wait. I just had to wait. That was the best thing because it got to the point where um, my mind was just going in so many different places. It's like, do I play video games? Do I read a book? Do I draw? Do I, you know, do whatever? Do I sleep? Do I pace around the house? Do I drive my family crazy? And it was that way. Um, it was that way during the trial, and so I kind of wanted to just leave everything where it is, kind of slow everything down, and I would pick everything back up once I was done with the trial. And so thankfully today, both plaintiffs and the plaintiffs and the defense rested. Uh, Closing arguments were done. We deliberated, and we were dismissed by the judge to go about our regular life. And so here I am. I'm back. I had I had I had a family dinner tonight with the girls and my wife, and that kind of like it like ushered in the normal, the normality of what is my life at this moment. so so yeah, I wanted to kind of share that. I know I'm a little spastic right now. I'm kind of thinking about what I want to say and saying it at the same time. But I'm starting to come down from this rush and start putting things in order and get back to get back to what it is that I do. So I just wanted to, number one, you know, make a live stream, because right now, going to the original 52-week live stream challenge, I'm behind 3 weeks. And so I'm going to have to make up those weeks somewhere along the line. Somewhere along the line, I'm going to have to make up those weeks. But I wanted to go online now and kind of explain where I've been for the past 2 weeks. It's, no, I'm not missing. I haven't died, which that one was pretty funny. Um, I was not abducted by aliens. I got a couple of text messages that were like, I think he got abducted by aliens. I did not get abducted by aliens. I did not get dissected at Area 51. I did not get eaten by alligators. I did not fall ill to some crazy, weird illness. I did not get lost at the park. I'm trying to think what else. It was a bunch of them, but now that I say that, I just wanted to say, I just want to say thank you for reaching out and worrying about me. I know a lot of people have reached out and they were concerned. They haven't seen me in a while, both online or in actual life. And I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I do apologize for just up and disappearing, but I kind of wanted to take the judge's ruling to heart, and I feel that I'm online on a weekly basis, so I don't want to it to conflict with anything that was going on. So just thank you for all the love, for the support, for the funny jokes. I do appreciate that very, very much. Um, Tonight, I'm not going to go the full distance. I'm not feeling too good, but I did want to kind of explain a couple of things. So there's that. I was at jury duty. I'm getting back to my commissions, so please um, bear with me. I know sometimes you guys wait so long because I get so many commissions, and you're all so very, very patient, and I do really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Um, I'm just gonna ask that you wait just a little bit more, so I can get back into the swing of things, and I think it's gonna make those commissions that much better. So please be patient with me. There's also a couple of things that are happening. Some good friends of mine, they are part of a tabletop gaming group, and they've invited me to play some tabletop games because I had some interest in that. Um, and some of them are developing some games of their own that I may or may not be involved with, and I'm excited about that. But I say that to say this: the Friday night live stream may change day, and I don't know how that's going to be. Leave me any comments or concerns that you may have um, if that doesn't work. But we may go to a Saturday or a Sunday. So it may be the Sunday night live stream, or it may be the Saturday night live stream. But for right now, it's still up in the air. I don't know if this is going to be a weekly occurrence or what. But yeah, I just want to put that out there. Also, we have new subscribers, new followers to Instagram, and here to YouTube, which I'm really excited about. And I want to be the first to say welcome to our channel, because I say our channel because literally this channel is not only mine, but it also belongs to all of you. When I talk to you, I'm talking to you. I'm not like, hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's like, no, I know all of you. I know all the people that subscribe to my channel. And I know all the people that support me. So I just want to say thank you. I want to be the first person to say welcome to my channel. I hope you stay a really, really long time. We do this every Friday. And then, of course, if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you see any video that I make, make sure to hit subscribe, make sure to hit like, make sure to ding the bell. That way you get notifications when I go live or when I upload any kind of video. We deal with art, with toys, with everything super awesome and great, as you can see. I'm just a giant adult kid, and that's the way I like it, and that's the way we're gonna keep it, because there's no other way to be. But yeah, so thank you again, as always, for supporting me, for following my artwork, following all of the stuff that I do here and all the social media outlets. And of course, I hope to see you very, very soon next week. Hopefully, things will be a little bit better, a little bit more structured, um, and things will go back to normal. Of course, I'm gonna have to go through a lot of emails. I'm gonna have to reply to a lot of text messages, a lot of messages on YouTube, a lot of messages on Instagram. There's a few on Facebook, but I'm hardly ever on Facebook. Um, I I just choose not to be on Facebook. And just know that if you have reached out to me to make custom pops, make sure to continue doing so. We got a lot of cool stuff that I'm working on, and of course now with the season changing, summer coming to an end, there's a lot of people that are starting to work at haunted attractions and stuff like that, and I'm sure you're gonna want some custom pop of whatever role you happen to be doing this year or in previous years, and that's something that I'm going to kind of give a little bit extra love to. So if you do want a custom pop like that, just contact me, just email me, and we'll start that commission up. Other than that, I think I'm pretty much done for tonight. Like I said, I'm not feeling too hot. I'm gonna try to rest as much as I can and play some video games with my lovely queen and just kind of ease my way back into normality, like I said. But with that, I just want to say thank you. I just, keep wanting to wish you all the very, very best. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Keep sending me jokes. Keep sending me all the quirky stuff that you do. It keeps me going, and I will reply. I haven't really looked at my schedule all that closely. I know I have a lot of things that I need to address, and I'm going to start addressing those things here shortly. So with that, I will say have a pleasant evening. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time. And I'll post some videos and stuff like that, and perhaps maybe a subscribe button or something. I don't know. You'll see it when it pops up. But as always, thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.